They're pretty far apart here. The fissure is deep, the divide is wide. Can they find their way back together?
Well, they can't even decide on where to hold the talks for a start. So, that would be a good start. They also wanted, the government had actually proposed to use a moderator. The students rejected that demand, that request. They want direct discussions, and they are unhappy, as they said yesterday, with the talks agenda. They've threatened to pull out of talks if their concerns are not addressed, and that is for a more democratic election in 2017 for the chief executive position here in Hong Kong.
They're really clear that it's democracy they want, but the parameters set by the government seems to suggest otherwise, right?
Well, the agenda under discussion is very technical. It looks at the legal and constitutional framework, and this isn't really directly addressing what the students are talking about. They also want Siwa Leung to resign. That's another one of their demands. Of course, the government does not want to budge on this. Regina Ip, she's chairman of the New People's Party. She actually spoke to Bloomberg, and she said that actually the government has agreed to talks, but they have no authority to speak for Beijing. And ultimately, Beijing will be the one who makes decisions on this front. So really, the talks may not actually amount to much in the end.
Okay, of course, the other thing that they really want is Siwa Leung to step down, but of course, maybe he won't specifically for the students, but there is pressure mounting from elsewhere, calling him out.
There is. There was a report in the Sydney Morning Herald, and essentially that said the Australian engineering company UGL made payments to Siwa Leung during his time as chief executive. That was in 2012 and 2013. Now, a statement from Siwa Leung, from the Hong Kong government, said that actually he had received these payments because of work he had previously done. You need a little bit of background to this. Essentially, Siwa Leung was the Asia-Pacific director of DTZ. That's a British property company. He resigned in November 2011, and that took effect in December 2011, right?
Okay, I gotcha.
That was around the time that UGL was acquiring DTZ.
Okay.
So Siwa Leung took office in 2012, in July, as chief executive of Hong Kong.
Yeah.
His spokesman says basically his resignation from DTZ and the payments for it were regarding his time working for that company, and also they were to actually stop him from doing anything that would compete with his previous employers,
but
not in relation to any future services, any future work that may have been.
But he did not divulge this payment, and some corporate governance experts say that's exactly what you're supposed to do every year by every Hong Kong politician.
Well, according to a statement from his spokesman, there's no requirement under the current system for him to actually declare this payment.